Hey everyone, Demonite here, and in this video I want to show you guys my top 5 favorite items inside of Borderlands 2. I hope you enjoy. So on number 5 I have the Hail. I couldn't really decide on the 5th item on my list for a long time because there are plenty of other guns I use just as much as the Hail, like for example the Omen or the Swordsplosion, but I chose the Hail because it's basically just a big FU to everyone saying that assault rifles aren't viable. The Hail is just so great because it does so many different things. It's like the Becker, Ogre and Kitten merged into one gun. It has a high crit multiplier, unlisted projectiles, splash damage, comms in all elements and has healing. On medium distances it can be difficult to use if your target is small or moves quickly, and on long distances it's only really usable against big targets, but those targets will get to feel its true power because of the projectile split. However, in general, you can easily get in enemies' faces and tank everything because of the Moxie effect, which makes the gun pretty easy to use. The Hail is also good on pretty much all classes, and it's especially good on Gage and Axton as the accuracy doesn't get out of hand at high anarchy stacks, and it benefits from Axton's grenade damage and assault rifle boosts. I would even say it's the best assault rifle in the game for both of them. Also, the Hail synergizes very well with the B because of the unlisted projectiles and the crit damage. Number 4 is the Uncapped Herald. I simply love this gun and it's probably my most used gun in this game. The Herald is just one of those guns which will always work, and it synergizes extremely well with Axton because of all the splash damage it has, which makes me like it even more. It's just my go-to gun when I want to kill things effectively, not much more to say about it. Then as the number 3 I have the legendary Ranger class mod. This is the class mod I use for my kill skill Axton build, which is one of my absolute favorite builds in the game. It's just a pure DPS class mod with Impact, Metal Storm and Onslaught, bringing all of your guns to insane DPS levels, and quick charge as well as the passive shield boosts it provides can also mean more DPS, as they work well with shields like the B. The only problem I have with it is that it boosts Ranger, but on the other hand it could have been worse. The playstyle of this build is also very enjoyable in my opinion, because it's a very aggressive playstyle and requires you to constantly kill things to keep your kill skills active. The playstyle itself kinda reminds me of Salvador, since you're constantly in enemies' faces, but it's nowhere near as easy, which makes me like it even more. My second favorite item in Borderlands 2 is the Fastball. I think everyone already expected this grenade mod to be on the list. The Fastball is what makes Grenade Axton really shine, and next to Kill Skill Axton that's also one of my absolute favorite playstyles. This grenade absolutely shreds things to pieces if used right, and the fact that it works so different compared to other grenades is also a big plus in my opinion. It's just a single target high damage killing tool which requires good aiming at longer distances, and that's quite the opposite from a normal grenade. It's just one of the most satisfying things in the game to kill a fast moving or flying enemy with a fastball in my opinion. And lastly, my all-time favorite item in Borderlands 2 is the Avenger. This gun is just Axton's way of showing raid bosses the middle finger. The Avenger does so many awesome things at once. It regenerates ammo, which is pretty awesome considering it's a TDO weapon. It has a unique throw reload which bounces like a bouncing Betty grenade in one direction and explodes after a set distance, and most importantly it receives gun damage boosts on the reload damage. It also has increased gun damage and magazine size, which makes the reload even better. I like to think of it as the Flakher of TDO guns. If you know how to use it, it will absolutely annihilate everything in the blink of an eye. Basically it's a boss killer and it's not usable in any situation. It requires a set distance as I said, and you also want to use it against slow moving or stationary targets which are standing on flat ground. But using it for mobbing would be absolute overkill anyway and just a waste of ammo. I really love this gun as it is extremely powerful, but it requires a lot of thinking and planning, and depending on the fight even skill to use it correctly. It's also what convinces people of believing me when I say Axton doesn't suck, which is the biggest reason for me to make it my favorite item. So that was my personal top 5 list, which I thought would be pretty cool to share with you guys. But I'm curious what your 5 favorite items are. If you want to, you can make a comment below and tell me. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching guys, and see ya everyone.